Hi, and welcome to the 2020 Economic Recession and Preparation channel. I'm your host, Tony. Thank you for joining me once again on this July 20th evening, 2020, in the United States of America. I just would like to start off by saying that I'd like to thank everyone for their support as we continue all to prepare the best way that we can. Everybody knows that this economic tsunami that's coming is going to be one of unprecedented in terms of economic, social, spiritual, physical, and it's going to require teamwork, dedication, and just a continued preparation and intentionality from everyone, from all socioeconomic backgrounds and from all levels, from all states. And so I just encourage you to continue to prepare and continue to support. If you haven't already subscribed, please do subscribe, and we would appreciate it greatly. Okay, today's topics for today and for tomorrow is going to involve, first of all, the food shortage. The looming food shortages in the United States continue to grow. And then next, we're going to talk about the corn shortages that a lot of people have experienced in convenience stores, grocery stores, banks, etc. So, if many of you watched the news today, yesterday, you found out that Miss Ivanka Trump handed out food boxes to D.C. families. According to thehill.com on MSN.com, President Trump's daughter and senior advisor, Mrs. Ivanka Trump, will volunteer at a Washington, D.C. community center Monday to help distribute food boxes to families as part of a Trump administration program launched after the sickness pandemic hit. Mrs. Trump will be joined by Paula White, a televangelist and advisor to the White House Faith and Opportunity Initiative, at the D.C. Dream Center to hand out food boxes to local families Monday afternoon. Now, this is part of a $3 billion, 3B as in billion dollar, Farmers to Families food box program that was announced back in April by the USDA, that's the United States Department of Agriculture, and it was supposed to be designed to connect regional distributors with local food banks, community organizations, and other nonprofits to distribute boxes of surplus produce, dairy, and meat to families in need across the country. So today they distribute over 1,000 food boxes to needy families in the DC area. Now, what's interesting about this is that the USDA agency awarded $1.2 billion in contracts for food boxes from May 15th to June 30th. And then the program got extended last June, with the agency awarding contracts totaling $1.47 billion for July 1st through August 31st. So they got another month to go with this program. Now, what's interesting is, ironically, they've killed off U.S. farmers by, if you remember 2 months ago, in May, they told U.S. farmers to destroy the milk in Florida and the Everglades, the sugarcane, the zucchini and squash was destroyed in many of these farms in the Midwest and states such as Iowa, Nebraska. And so it's ironic that they told the farmers, the American farmers that make up the backbone of our food supply, from California to the upper Midwest, to the plains, to the East Coast, to destroy their food intentionally due to this quote unquote sickness that we all know. But yet now we have this photo op, this PR attempt by Mrs. Ivanka Trump and the administration to hand out food boxes. But pretty soon, ladies and gentlemen, this food shortage will continue to something worse. As a matter of fact, TheGuardian.com and UK newspapers reporting that the world faces the worst food crisis for at least 50 years. That's what the UN warns, the United Nations warns, okay? So we are facing the worst food crisis for at least 50 years. And that's why it's so important for you to start preparing how to grow your own garden, okay? Some things grow better up north. Some things grow better down south. Some things grow better out west. But you need to try everything, from watermelons to cantaloupes to potatoes to carrots to tomatoes to bell peppers to green onions. Just try a variety of things, eggplants, till you can get situated. And this takes months to do, as you've seen, and as we know, as self-sustainability farmers, it takes months to get things, raised beds. It takes months to get the right soil. It takes months of harvesting to harvest something of a crop that you can eat, okay? But the most important things, and also, is water, because we face a food and water crisis. The world faces a worst food and water crisis for at least 50 years. The next world war, in my opinion, is going to be a war of resources, technological resources and physical resources, meaning food, water, uh, medicine, things of that nature. And that's going to be happening here first on the homeland, unfortunately, and then spreading to the rest of the world. So the United Nations has warned and urged its governments to act swiftly to avoid disaster, okay? We're in a global food emergency. Now listen, let me ask you a question. Have you guys have been to Walmart, Sam's, Costco, Publix, Kroger's, Ralph's, you name it, whatever part of the grocery store you went to, and you still see shelves empty in certain places, meaning you can't get no hand sanitizer, you can't get any cleaning supplies, you can barely get paper towels and toilet paper, you can barely get canned foods. There's shortages on pasta, rice, tomato paste, tuna, crackers. You look at these next time you go to the store, look at that, and you tell me, you report to me if you've seen shortages in your stores, okay? And as a matter of fact, 50 million people now risk falling into extreme poverty this year, okay, because of poor nutrition. It's already 1 in 5 children around the world already are facing starvation, but this is going to even increase even rapidly as we face the worst food shortage, okay, due to increasing unemployment and the loss of income associated with the lockdowns is putting food out of reach for many struggling people, okay. It is bad enough that the global markets, stock markets are falsely and pumped, but the price of foods have begun to rise. So we're going to have rising food prices and a shortening food supply. And even before these lockdowns, the global food system was failing in many areas, according to the UN. The report pointed to conflict, natural disasters like locusts eating up fields in Africa, okay, tons of crops, the climate crisis, global warming, and the arrival of pests and plants and animal plagues. That's so true. So be prepared for that, my friends. Secondly is the corn shortage. And many places in America have a corn shortage. And as far as CNN.com, the business report today said that a bank is paying people, to bring in their spare change to help local businesses amid the corn shortage. Now, I don't know about you, but I always have a big jar of coins hanging around, of pennies, nickels, dimes, quarters. And I used to go to the grocery store and take it to a thing called Coinstar. And you guys know what I'm talking about. You go to these kiosks and you would dump your change in, and they would give you a receipt. And either you take it to the cashier for what? For cash. They give you cash, or you take it to get a store coupon to use, a credit to use for next time. So now a Wisconsin bank is charging a coin buyback program in Wisconsin, which offers a $5 bonus for every $100 worth of coins turned into any of its 7 locations. Anyone who brings in coins, whether they're a bank customer or not, can receive a maximum coin bonus of $500. So now these banks want you to turn in and surrender all of your coins, and they'll give you a coin bonus of $500. So what's next? Cash? Maybe they want you to turn in some more cash before they go belly up, because these banks are in trouble because they're going to have a bail-in. So be very wary of that. I believe this is planned. This is a planned attempt to get cash and coins out of the system to make it look like it was a crash all along. But we know that this whole economy is just on life support now. The crash is happening because of debt, consumer debt, corporate debt, not because of coins being short supply. The article goes on. Customers are not being charged for any coin counting transaction. Will receive their money in cash or as in direct deposit. Many also have dropped off spare coins without asking for anything back. No way. If I turn in something, I want something back, a physical supply at least. Now, they're blaming the coin shortage on the partial closure of the economy, but I don't think that's the case. You go to convenience stores, you go there, they say they have a coin shortage, but yet they're printing up all this stimulus money. So how can they print up all this money? You would think that the U.S. Mint has plenty of coins stacked away, and nothing is circulating because the stores are closed. A lot of these stores have closed in a lot of cities and counties and states because of the shutdown because of the sickness. So just be very careful about that. The bank says they will continue their coin buyback program until there is no longer a demand. Well, it could be that, or it could be until they collect everybody's coins. So hold on to your gold, silver, buddies. Don't trade it in. Hold on to your coins. They will become very valuable very soon once there is a real liquidity crisis, which is coming in the fourth quarter of this year and through the first quarter of 2021. So I encourage you to continue to stack cash, gold, silver, medicine, food, water, and also to get into the best shape that you can for your age group, because if there is a total collapse, then all of us are going to be faced to be kind of migratory, kind of like what other countries have had to do to find food, water, and other resources. They've had to migrate from city to city or town to town. Now is the time to be flexible. Now is the time to be mobile. Now is not the time to be laying down with a 30-year, 40-year mortgage, a reverse mortgage if you're an older retiree, a baby boomer. Now is not the time to go out and buy those brand new boats, brand new RVs, especially with these low interest rates that they're touting and low mortgage rates. No. Now is the time to hunker down, to get prepared. The moment that everybody's been waiting for is coming to the brink. And this time, I don't think that the Federal Reserve and those in charge want to save this economy. They want to do a controlled demolition of this economy because they have another system in mind. So be prepared, stay prepared, be blessed, guys, and I will talk to you soon later on this week.